Hello, this is Susan from Faculty Professional Development, and here with us today is Kim Hurns. And Kim Hurns is going to share with us something that she found on the internet, which is this wonderful resource called Quizlet.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Quizlet in a student kind of way. I have a course that I'm teaching this semester, and the course is called Business on the Internet. And in business on the internet, we do not have a textbook. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to actually search for my name as if I was a student looking for Kim Hurns study tools. And if you see right here, you'll see a little picture of me that shows up. I actually use Quizlet connected to my Facebook account. And so what I'm going to do right now is I am going to click on Kim Hurns. I can see right here that Kim Hurns, which is myself, she has a deck of social media terms, and I am going to click on them as a student. And the nice thing about Quizlet is, as an instructor, all I did was log into the site. You will have to make a new username and password. You can connect Quizlet to any of your Google accounts as well as your Facebook account, which is really nice. And the very simple thing is you're going to go on a Quizlet and you're going to enter terms and definitions. The power of Quizlet, I think, is what students get to see and how students interact with it. So students will have flashcards that they can access. And if you hear that word blog that came up in our interaction right here in this webinar, you'll see that although I did not record those words on the flashcards, they were actually automated from me entering the words as well as those definitions. So I can flip this card as a student, and it reads the definition back to the students. Now, the flashcards are the root of Quizlet, but in the last version of this tool, they actually added some more games and different ways for students to learn. And so right now, another option is going to come up. So right now, what you'll see are some short answer questions, and it's giving us the information here that I can read. I am going to actually put in the correct definition. And if you notice, I did not write that uh, definition that well because the word is in the definition. As a student, I'm going to click answer. It's going to tell me that that was correct. It's giving me the remaining number of flashcards I have left, the number incorrect as well as correct. Again, be reminded that I did not create this assessment at all. This was easily created from the system and that I entered the words and the definitions. There's another tool here called Speller. Now, this one kind of makes a little bit more sense for students who are trying to spell terms, and it might be. And again, remember, this may not make sense if you don't care about student spelling. So this may be more applicable to certain courses, maybe a science course where that is an issue. So I got that correct. Notice that it gave me that information right here. Another good thing to note is that this speller and some of these other tools work really well in foreign language. What my daughter is actually using it in her foreign language class. So it'll give her some terms in foreign language. And it'll also give her the definition in English if she wants to mix it up that way. Now, this is the one that I really like. It's the A+ test. It's actually giving students or providing students with some written questions, some matching questions, and then it also gives them some multiple choice questions. And again, this is being generated from all of the terms that are in the deck. It also gave them some true and false questions. Again, I'm going to remind you, I did not set any of this up. It's literally taking all of this information from the definitions and the terms that I entered into the system. So I entered that one time, and it's going to give the student all these options. Now, this is a really cool one. It's called Scatter. And it's a game that students can play. And if students visit your site to come and access your deck of terms, and you can have multiple terms or multiple decks for a course, it's going to also rank students. So I am actually looking for a term, and let's see, I'm looking here. And this word troll, I am going to scroll this over to the correct definition. It's green, it was correct, so it disappeared. It's also timing me. So when students log in, it's going to tell them which students who accessed it with their name and information actually rank highest in getting the terms correctly in a certain amount of time. And then the last game that it gives you is another game called Race, where it's giving you a certain amount of time to write the correct definition in and I'm going to write the wrong definition. It's giving you time. I got that one incorrect, but it's like a game. So for some of the students who are maybe more into gamification, Quizlet gives them some more options and different ways to study. The beauty of it is, as an instructor, you're only going to be entering the terms and the definitions, and the system automatically generates this information. The other thing that's very, very nice about Quizlet is that students who are using iPads, iPhones, or iPods can actually download the app to this, which is free, and access your deck and your study tools on those different devices. So I found this to be a very valuable tool, especially in a course where we don't use a textbook, but we want to make sure we're keeping track of the terms that students need to know. It's actually providing multiple tools for my students instead of just a list of terms and definitions. And so it's a great tool you might want to try at Quizlet.com.
Thank you.